as in the first half we played it through and we showed what we are capable of doing, and it's quite sad to see that we couldn't keep that up, because it would have given us the confidence, because I thought that the United States, they grew on the confidence of being able to keep us away from them. And like I say, if they had a threat, they could have caused us more problems. But like you say, I think that we know what it's like to do well to start, get that kind of game, what brings us back to like, okay, here we go. And then the next game we kick on against tournament football, like you said.
Yeah, which you all know all about there. And you can recognise that with probably 15 minutes to go, couldn't you? It's not our night from England's point of view. Just make sure it's not lost.
Yeah, I think so. I think because England are in control of the group, particularly they thought if they get the draw. But you're still thinking from England's mindset, result is fine, but the performance was still poor. And you're still looking at England with the quality to have. Go for it. You still want that, have that in your makeup to try and go for the game. But listen, they're in control. Good result, but really poor performance.
Yeah. What about from the American point of view, having drawn the opening game and obviously going into the Iran match? They should be pretty pleased with tonight, shouldn't they?
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll be pretty pleased. I think they'll be delighted with the draw. I think that Sam said at the end of the commentary thought that England would be more pleased, but I think that if he said to the US at the start of this group that they would be going into the final game knowing if they won it they would go through, I think they'd be absolutely snap your hand off. And I just thought they were really bright. I thought their three midfield players, you know, I like midfield players when they play the ball to each other. I thought our midfield players now, when they got the ball, they took that easy pass out to the fullback, which sometimes is the easy pass. You can see it, it's there, the fullback, and that's what the opposition want. I thought their midfield players combined, got it through to Pulisic. I just thought they were better, they were sharper. The worry for me was that I thought that USA would tire quite a lot in the second half off the back of what happened against Wales, but I thought we looked leggy at times. I thought Declan, who's unbelievable, dynamic and athletic, he looked sluggish. I hope that's just something that he's just feeling a little bit off.
I thought with their midfield, I thought we was just off them a bit, gave them the opportunity to pass it through. I think that we weren't tight enough on them, because I didn't feel that they had that threat up top really to cause us problems. We saw them score that goal with Pulisic to Weah, but I thought that we were just off it. We weren't close enough to them. We didn't try and win it off them to then spring our forwards into it, and that is why in the end we looked so legging poor. We couldn't get near it.
I'm asking this question with quite a lot of trepidation. Okay, right. It's a 10 o'clock kickoff. Does that take a bit of that takes some getting used to, doesn't it?
Well, we'll be here all night making excuses to obviously.
Not excuses, just in terms of getting.
But that's what lots of teams you have to do. That's if you're a professional footballer. You travel. These players travel all over Europe, playing different conditions, different systems. They were playing darts last night. Before the game, they were playing a bunch of players and making more excuses. They didn't show their quality. Simple as that. But it happens. Well, we're not here to crucify the players. No, they should have done better. They move on to the next game. Relax a second. They move on to the next game, and they're fine. Yeah. But need to do better. Tonight wasn't good enough.
No, I mean, when Gareth said we built up from the back, I thought we got stuck on the ball at the back. I thought that the two centre-halves were passing it to each other. They weren't able to pass it into midfield, into players and get on the half-turn. They weren't willing to pass it to players who were marked in midfield, and some of our players in midfield are good enough to get on the half-turn against, you know, direct opposition. We weren't brave enough on the ball tonight, I didn't think, in poking it into midfield. So for me, look, we'll be a lot better. I get Gareth's point. He's got a lot of experience. We're in a good position in the group. We won't be talking about this in 10 days' time when we're in the second round. Hopefully.
And it's your fault, Ian, right?
He's been waiting for that down.
Thank you very much indeed, everybody. A reminder, tomorrow we have 3 live